Good morning, everybody.
Morning.
How's it going?
What's shaking, Mr. Luch?
Uh, Nothing much. Ready for another day. Trying to fix some issues I got over here. Some tech issues, as you know well.
Oh, I know well. I know him well.
Indeed.
You're listening to Trade the News.
You're listening.
Lucci loves that. He loves the sound of her voice.
You're. Let's see if this works now.
Yeah, I sucked
Good
up
morning.
this week very quick.
John Smith is already in here chiming the bull calls.
NTRB, signing a commercial development and clinical supply.
Oh, they sucked up all the weakness in a snap of a finger. That's not too hard to
Don
find.
Singian here. Singian. Good morning. Carson Clam. Good morning. Love that shirt. Thank you. Appreciate it. Trying to fix my fucking stream deck here. Oh, I think it works. Oh, ahora sí. All right, my stream deck is back on. John Smith went to the fucking penny pre-market. What are you trading pennies these days? Anyways, go ahead and get started. Where is my news here? Let's take a look at BTC off the open here. That's going to be the most interesting thing here that we see. It's trading around 43.8. It traded up to 44.7,000 last night. Had a program down, and now it's just kind of chilling. This thing, this thing's tough. To me, it should have just died right here. And it didn't fucking die. It did not die. So we're still at the top end of the range here, which is very surprising. If we take a look at some of the crypto names here this morning, coin here you can see is not doing anything, which is very interesting. Mara got up to like 27 in the after hours yesterday. Again, very interesting. Wide ranges on these things. I think you're going to continue to see that. However, I do think you're going to get a little consolidation here. We had the jobless claim, or what was it? The JOLTS. What came out this morning? Jesus.
Job numbers, yeah.
Job number came out this morning, and we have since rallied. There was a program down as soon as the numbers came out, and then have since rallied. We haven't gone green, but we're pretty much there, 2 handles away from going green. If you take a look at some of the beaten down names this morning, it was Apple. You had the AMD. These are some of the weakest names here. They've already since gap back up. Take a look at oil. Oil is trading pretty good after yesterday's kind of washout again. I haven't been trading XOM really well, but XOM still holding 103. CVX not looking too hot. These two names are pretty hard to trade right now. Banks here are really interesting. We saw obviously the Citigroup yesterday. We saw the JPM go to highs. And then we saw them kind of cave back in to where they opened, but again, still nobody can really sell these fucking things off. So, I wouldn't look here for the shorts. Peloton. I don't know what the news out this morning was or what the news out yesterday was, but it's looking kind of interesting. It's at the top end of the range again. Usually what happens is you get up here and then they flush them out. However, could today be the day where they finally put some money in this fucking
Peloton? I think it was a deal with TikTok or some shit like that.
Okay. So we had some TikTok news. Hey, shit. Any collaboration with TikTok right now is the way to go. Yeah. So you have that. You have that as well. Other than that, I really don't have shit except to say the treasuries are now going to have 0 DTE options. Jesus, you heard this?
Yeah. Everything will be 0 DTE.
Soon enough, I would imagine. So with the treasuries now having 0 DTEs, that makes it more SPX-esque, which adds a little bit more level of confusion here to the markets here. So the markets are changing as we speak, and it's very interesting to watch in real time. Let me pass it over to Jesus here for some noteworthy activity for the morning.
All right. Good morning, everybody. And what's interesting, the job number came out. on the stronger side again. So you had the initial reaction of sell in equities, risk assets. The interpretation being market pricing and rate cuts for March. If jobs are holding up, you're not going to get those rate cuts. So they kind of started to price out rate cuts. I think it went from 65% chance of cuts to 55% chance, so a little bit. But again, I've never looked at a little stronger job numbers not really going to tip the boat in a big way, in my opinion, because it shows the resilience of the economy. Yeah, you're not going to get cuts. So stuff that ripped hard off of rate cut expectations coming to a theater near you sooner, they may sell off, but you'll get some buying in the cyclicals. And I think that's where, Lucci was touching on with these banks. I think you got to be careful chasing some of these economically sensitive names on the upside, especially if they run. But off pullbacks, that's where you're likely going to see buyers show up if the economy is holding up better than expected and those rate cuts get priced out a little bit. Think of even the casinos that are beat up, auto-related names, all that stuff that really nobody wanted a piece of. If you get that strong economic data, that's likely going to find buyers. The banks as well, they're dip buys, in my opinion, off any dip for trades. And that's it. I think the Magnificent Seven, they're a tough place, but you do have pullback there, right? So they look a little bit better for a trade. But I don't think anything drastic has changed overall here. The credit market, some of the signals we follow there off the selling that we've seen, they barely even flinched. So there's not something larger at play or anything like that, just healthy digestion. And that's what we're seeing out of the flow too. The flow, we haven't really seen aggressive call buying or put buying. It's been really smaller size, shorter duration, and a lot of times that signals just a digestive phase, and that's exactly what's going on. Don't chase is my first recommendation. Look to place trades off pullbacks. But I think nimble here, there'll be opportunities, especially off pullbacks. So.
Indeed. Clow here is saying the rumor is Apple is interested in buying Peloton. Maybe that's why Apple is so fucking weak.
Munster.
Why?
That's Munster. Gene Munster, the analyst, made that tout yesterday on CNBC, and that's
fucking comedy. Fucking comedy. Why the fuck would Apple want this piece of shit? Yeah.
How would that fit into Apple anyway? I don't get it.
I don't know. So Kyle Kremer is saying, "What are your thoughts on BTC with possible SEC ETF approval?" I mean, that's the thing, right? That's the thing. That's what everybody wants to. That's what everybody wants to try to understand or wants to try to wrap their heads around here. What's the deal here? Do I have the answer to that? I don't have the answer to that. I have no idea what's going to happen. We don't even know when it's going to happen.
We've been talking about it forever too. It feels like now, every day they talk about this stuff. I think more importantly for Bitcoin, and you guys know I'm not a crypto guy, but you had Fed Reserve, so think of liquidity. Fed liquidity bump up again this week, and that is the fuel that Bitcoin moves on, right? So here, I'll post a chart so you can see what I'm talking about here. So just in case anybody was concerned about liquidity being sucked out of the system, that's been placed on hold. Oh, can you see that? Oh, yeah, here it is, to the right of my screen. All right. So kind of what Bitcoin's been doing, this consolidation, is sort of what liquidity has been doing since there's been a huge influx of it. And they've both been lined up that way. So implying probably more chop than anything else.
Indeed. Jesus had posted the lines on Citigroup here in the steam room. And again, they're still coming after the calls, and now they're swinging out. They're swinging out to a little bit later on in a bunch of the bank names here as well. I think for the morning here, I'm going to focus on a couple of names. This USO move, back to the highs of yesterday for oil is kind of interesting. I remember we were talking about, particular levels on CL. XOM is trading pretty bullish here this morning. So maybe I'll get another chance here, and maybe I'll put a swing on again in the swing account. GP Raber is saying NVIDIA is strong here off the open. Remember yesterday's highs. Remember yesterday's highs on NVIDIA. Remember yesterday's highs on AMD. You clear those, with a decent looking market here, with a market that's actually strong, which it's gonna be tough. Then maybe we got a shot. But as Jesus was saying, it's Friday. You got some jobs numbers here. Let's keep it tight here off the open and
Yeah,
try to
and
figure
Lucci,
out.
I think you were in the room. You were away from the desk yesterday. Late yesterday, there were some crazy moves for those of you,
Yes.
especially looking for lottos. One, you had a SPY lotto put sweep that came in the last hour, looking for probably a size mock sell. He got it. I think Lucci, you mentioned those went up 70% or 100%, something like that. What was that? Do you remember those puts?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember how much they were up? Did you, Luke? Hello? I think I lost him. Anyway, you had that late day, and then Marvel, which a lot of us played, MRVL. You had a band of spec sweeps come in pretty aggressively the last hour, and they were at some conference, JP Morgan Fireside Chat, and those went up like 500%, I was told. So, again, if you stick around and wait for certain opportunities, even if you're looking to roll the dice lotto-esque, pick your spots.
Indeed. What are you guys watching? We got about a couple of minutes left here till the open. John Smith is saying he's going to buy SPY right at the open. I think you missed your shot. ES was a buy, once the jobs numbers came out. However, take into account the fact that the regular market hasn't been offered the opportunity. Maybe you get some upside there. NVIDIA here kind of at yesterday's highs, a little bit above. QS was a very interesting move yesterday. I mean, that shit fucking went to the moon yesterday, 7.5 to about 9.5, $10. That one was pretty crazy indeed. Other than that, what else you guys got? Kyle was saying, where can I get a shirt like that? I bought this at a place called Scotch and Soda. Scotch and Soda. I buy T-shirts and
That's a great name for a racehorse too. Damn.
it's true.
My boy wanted to name. He's a big Jack and Coke guy. He wanted to name a horse Jack and Coke.
I am going to the racetrack today.
Yeah, you told me they really done it up over there, right?
Well, I'm going today. This is Friday night of the races here, bro.
No, I know you told me it's like a big thing, right? You got everything going on. You got a table over there you can eat and all that shit, right?
Absolutely.
Very nice. Actually, if you can, walk in this, shoot a video or something, picture.
I will. Absolutely. Sounds good. Anyways, what else you guys got? Some people are talking about AMD. I pulled up an AMD 137 call to trade off the open in case, this shit actually runs. Dark Brian is saying, I thought you were Laurel Piana guy. What the fuck is that? I don't know what that is. All right. Market's open here. Let's take a look at what we got. Remember that Eli Lilly yesterday? It looked like it was going to break out, and then wow. NVO did the same thing. Traded down to about 105 this morning on a gap down. Very interesting there. But yeah, I kind of want to keep an eye on Apple. Apple yesterday couldn't really break out from like 182, 183. So this could be interesting there too. AMD. Let's take a look at the AMD. AMD 137.5. Yesterday's highs is right here. Remember, buying it right off the open is probably not the greatest idea. But it could work. Also, I want to check in with the Peloton and see what's going on there. So let me just wait here off the open and see if we get anything juicy here. Watch some tape on AMD and Apple, and then we'll go from there. I am watching XOM, Peloton, a couple of things at the side of my eye here. And let me know what you guys got. Playoff Rondo is talking about that DRV. Fucking, there was somebody in here going long term on that. John Smith is long the 470 calls. Are you long the weeklies, the dailies? If so, what are they going for? I'm sure they're going for absolutely nothing. Nvidia hit 486. AMD just broke through. AMD just broke through. I don't know why these options don't fucking show me the shit.
Show me the money.
You know what I'm saying? There we go. All right. AMD just popped through, so that's yesterday's highs.
I posted lines on AMD, NVIDIA, Apple for you guys to check out if you're looking at them.
Oh, this AMD. I'm not going to go after this yet. However, this is going to be my one idea here for the day. I don't want to chase this. I want to watch the option and see if I can get a nice dip buy on this. Check out Apple, too. Check out Apple. So these are two names here that I would like to play for the long side. Let me make sure I get this shit up. There we go. Okay. So I got Apple and AMD queued up. Apple is currently now at yesterday's highs. Here's your pullback on AMD if you did want the option. Notice it's moving so fast. This fucking thing can't even keep up with it. I don't like that. I don't like that. XOM just dropped out.
What's oil doing? Oil up, right? Yeah.
Oil was up a little bit. You got a point drop there on the AMD. All right. So they screwed everybody who went too early for that trade. Apple here, on the other hand, is holding up. Bought a one lot. I bought a one lot just to fuck around on that AMD. Where's that NVIDIA? 485. 485. SPY's looking good.
Man, we got some VIX selling off the open.
VIX selling off the open. A.
And VVIX dying.
Peloton 6.5 here. Not really doing much. Snow. Daniel Delgado and Aaron are both talking about snow.
No upgrade this morning.
Let's take a look at snow. Snow got an upgrade. All right. So how's that MDB looking? All right. So it's looking like you're getting small pops on a firm, UPST, all those kind of names. But again, do you know if we're going to get that follow through? Like, can you tell me right now that Apple's going to go to 183.5? Meh. Card hit all-time lows. Poor thing. McDonald's got a downgrade. Are we really watching McDonald's right now? Walmart.
Wait, card?
Oh, shit.
Yeah, you said card? All-time high. Wow.
Hit all-time low. Low.
Whoa. I was already saying that snuck up on.
John Smith is buying the 185s. BA, yeah, you could also take a look at the BA for a rally there, too. You could definitely take a look at that one for a rally there as well. All right, with the market doing what it's doing, I bought a little bit more AMD. We're back to almost highs on the AMD. But again, be careful. Be careful. You're going to have time. John Smith, I think, bought the SPY calls off the open. That was a nice move. That was a nice mover. All right. Apple is now at yesterday's highs. Well, not really. 183 it hit. XOM. Let's take a look at what oil is doing. Oil is still trading up. CBX is not doing shit. Shop and Melly look pretty good to continue the rally there. That AMD looks like trash. But this is how it trades. This is totally how this thing trades. NVIDIA here on a pullback here as well.
And not a whole lot cooking flow-wise, just weekly spec activity and the big guys.
Ask Chrissy Trades talking about Mara here. Mara got a quick sell here. If you take a look at BTC, it's down 100 points here from where we talked about it from the morning. Nothing really crazy. If we look at SPY, where are we thinking we go on SPY? I have no idea. But the Q names are obviously where most of the juice is. Q names is where most of the action is. And if you take a look at Apple here, Apple on a fresh high. Let's see if we get to 183. Meh. XOM trying to head back up. Let's take a look at that Peloton. Peloton faded out. You can count on that thing to fade it out. Fade to black. I'm going to bail the Apple that I have. I'm going to bail the AMD that I have. I'm back to nothing. Back to absolutely nothing. Because I don't think we have the buyers we need. Let's take a look at these banks.
A little more of the same day expo activity, Amazon.
Yeah, nice on the Amazon. Remember, Amazon really got kicked in the fucking teeth, man. So, AMD here trying to make another shot. Let's take a look at that NVIDIA. Let's take a look at
race track tonight. I'm jealous.
Yes, sir. JPM, Citigroup, and all this kind of stuff. They trading fine. These things are trading fine. Take a look at the Boeing. Take a look at the Boeing. Let's see how much these 250 calls are going for. 250 calls are going for 50 cents. Really, not much. I'd be careful on those, though. Apple just kind of stalled out here. Does look like it kind of wants it, but BA at resistance at 348. John Smith, you were looking at this yesterday. Apple almost back to highs here. I'm not going to go back in. I'm not going to go back in. Oppenheimer downgraded McDonald's. Jesus, posting some notes in the room.
Boy, just providing an update saying between December 18th and the 31st, they had total costs of about two-digit million euro range for the 29 diverted ships.
Boeing here, yep, at 248. This was yesterday's highs on the Boeing. A lot of names going to yesterday's highs here. We want to see the breakout. In reality, we should probably be fading this shit. We should probably be fading this shit. You know what I'm saying? Considering we'd probably rather just stay in a range here. Look at those AMD calls. Those AMD calls are now worth $1 here. Everybody paid the IV up for them, and
you got some more rolling out in Citigroup September 60s.
Yep.
Shit, I gotta reset my cache.
It's cash, cabrón. It's just
Sounds
cash.
better cache. Every day, reset the cache.
You don't say cash.
I can say whatever I want.
Sense. I guess you can. John Smith is saying AMD looks like it's going lower before going higher. Wow, you're a fucking genius right there, John Smith.
Is an endless fountain of information every morning, right? He's like a squawk. Who needs squawk? We should set up a John Smith squawk.
Wow, fucking.
This is going here. This is going there. PLTR, was that down? I think that was downgraded, right? Or let me see. Was it upgraded?
PLTR had some news on it yesterday. I thought.
Yeah, I
Or
think
maybe
it was
this.
downgraded. But maybe I don't remember upgraded, downgraded, you know what?
Happy I didn't stick it out on the Apple and all that nonsense. Just didn't feel good. Pinterest, you gotta snapback rally. That's what you're seeing across the board here. These sort of snapback rallies. Oil here's kind of getting hit. CVX, XOMs, whatever.
Saying journeys have been delayed depending on the area by 1 and
This might be another beach day. Oh, yeah.
Yeah, nothing Zippo out of the flow at all that I'm seeing.
All right, you got SPY heading back up. Apple here doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, you got VIX, some more VIX selling, dollar weakness also helping. But VIX selling, the big proponent behind the bid in equities here.
This looks like fucking straight horseradish right here, bro.
Horseradish.
You posted some levels on SPX this morning, gamma levels and stuff like that.
Gamma levels, yeah.
Okay. I think there was some
really
big lines.
There's still people
somewhere.
ask for them. I get here and there, so I post them.
Oh, okay. I see.
You know, I pay attention to the ones the Goldman desk will point out to me. You know what I mean? I'm not looking for them, so I'm the wrong guy to ask. I don't know if you had a question there. That's why.
No, didn't.
Oh.
I was just, I just saw that you posted them. It was
Curious.
interesting to watch. Because they were wide out. I mean, the call walls were super wide out.
Yeah, those are the big, the gamma levels. Those are the big gamma levels. Like a lot of the guys in the room, they're looking at the intraday levels, right? That change intraday. These are the big, based on
Exactly.
monthly expirations. Yeah.
Right. The larger fucking mamma jammas.
Yep.
Um,
You got Rivian, some Jan monthly puts. What's that stock been up to? I haven't looked at that in a while. Oh, that's been selling off. 24 down to 19 recently here. Meta, a bet for next week, the 352 and a halves. Almost a half a mil there for Meta.
Meta, huh?
I haven't looked at that stock either in a while. Let me see Meta.
I mean, it's been trading pretty crazy.
Yeah, this thing is. Look at it.
It's okay. SCP has 3 new orders. Kilos here, Charlie Papa.
See, this Meta people think will hold up better because it didn't, retraced in a big way from the highs back in 2021 and still not at all-time highs. So people think they're going to buy dips in that thing continuously.
You got that AMD scooting back to highs here. I still don't believe it. If you look at the options, they don't believe it either. It's trading about $1.40 on the Natalia is telling me to check Meta. Oh yeah, everybody's okay. Yeah, I see what you're looking at, Jesus, on the Meta.
Yeah.
Where is the Peloton? Peloton here is holding 630. Do I care? Nope.
Nah.
Where's the NVIDIA?
Nah.
Nvidia kind of coming back to highs, but again, like, can you really get some juice off this? Like, I need a point at least on AMD. Without that,
Yeah. And then
I'll
if
give
you
it a
get stuck post 10 o'clock, things go dry, they suck every little penny out of that premium, right?
they suck the pennies out, man. Let's take a look at that Tesla. Let's do a little walk around the club here, guys. Tesla, that's just fucking dead. Look at AMD, kind of pushing the highs again. Remember, yesterday's, it is over yesterday's high, so it does look half decent here. Microsoft, they're all kind of looking very similar here. If we look at SPY here, SPY's already back to highs and could go higher. If we take a look at Apple, tried to break, couldn't do it. Now just chopping up. Options look like shit. If we go to take a look at oil coming back here. XOM and CBX not doing anything. Let's take a look at the shop and the Melly. These two are somewhat stronger. Let's take a look at the Baba. Baba is a piece of shit. Yo, Eddie, thank God you got out of this fucking thing. On that Baba.
That's got to be the toughest
terrible,
right? Stop-wise,
that shit is terrible.
China is a debacle. I mean, it's a
so
debacle.
bad. So bad. All right, AMD options here are back up, $160 on the 137 calls here. AMD is back at highs, and if you look at Nvidia is also kind of back at highs too. So they're both doing kind of the same thing. John Smith is up over 80% on his 0 DTEs. They're gonna take the rest off. Sold to have to get paid. We'll ride the rest all day. Which one is this one, John Smith? Is that the SPY or? Aaron is talking about Marvel. Let's take a look at Marvel.
Marvel, the one from yesterday, Marvel?
MRVL.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
This China is really interesting because a lot of people are waiting for the PBOC, which is the central bank, the Fed, our Fed, their Fed, whatever, to really throw in the kitchen sink stimulus-wise. And they won't do it. They're taking baby steps, and it's just not really doing much.
Indeed, no. And take a look at Apple. Apple just folded here. These options are worthless now. The calls here, that is. AMD also couldn't really do much.
No one's to fold them.
Bro, this looks fucking trash, bro. Trash, bro. All right, I'm gonna put some eggs to boil, and I'm gonna get a pack of ice here for this fucking elbow.
Pack of cigarettes?
Pack of ice.
Oh.
Yeah, I went to the gym today, but about to go do a workout, and I decided, nah, I'm just gonna do legs.
You tested the waters, it didn't work out, huh?
I decided I'm just gonna do legs.
Legs? So you went to the gym. What, legs don't count?
Yeah, no, legs count. It's just,
You got socks a little small, but a little bit there for Jen. That's the levered semiconductor ETF 3-time bull. 50 grand.
I wake up all veggies, no eggs. I hit the gym all chest, no legs. You like that right there?
Yeah. Who's that?
That was Kanye West.
We got some economic data in 10 minutes.
Oh, there's your AMD blast. There's your AMD blast.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, if they catch me buying this fucking rally, though, I feel like it's shoved, man.
It's tough to chase.
Yo, you're right, Natalia. Take a look at the banks here. Bank of America's up yesterday's highs, yo. Yesterday's highs.
They did the same shit yesterday. Didn't they rip yesterday morning and then they faded out later in the day?
Yesterday's highs. Hiya.
Yeah, I don't see much flow in the bank. Citigroup, but it looks like rolling. Looks like some rolling there.
Where's NVIDIA? NVIDIA hasn't done it yet. NVIDIA hasn't done it yet, but it hasn't been beaten down as much as this thing has. I'm late. John Smith, nice trade, buddy.
You still got all VIX products at the lows, dollar at the lows, so still keeping equities bid nicely here. The indexes.
Smitty is saying, anyone else hit the Mobley off the sweeps yesterday? I did not, but that was a decent dip line.
Yeah. The first one in the morning I was contemplating, but I didn't end up pulling the trigger there. Levi jeans, you got a bull betting?
The jobs data saying strong job creation. So we're seeing strong job creation as inflation is falling toward 2%.
Peloton. Okay. Now that's interesting.
The situation in the Red Sea, further from this update.
Now that's interesting on the Peloton here. That is very interesting on the Peloton.
Kim slingshotting back. Look at that. It's got some life.
Peloton now, I'm all ears.
Let's see. Any volume there?
Yeah, see what you got on the Peloton here. What are you
yesterday, it was actually sweeps yesterday. Spec sweeps, but had some action. Here are the lines in Peloton. A little bit of volume. Nothing. Oh, speaking of the devil, what's that? 11 grand, the sevens for today. JetBlue. You got a little nibbling in Taiwan semi TSM calls.
Munster is calling for Apple to buy Peloton. Why the fuck? Why?
I don't know. That's what I mentioned earlier. I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Toys and earphones.
Subscription revenue. I mean, you guys are talking subscription revenues. All right, fine, but why? Why in the fucking hell would you do that? Yo, these options are moving, though. These options are moving.
He's getting people excited.
Fucking moving out here.
You got that biotech TGTX pushing a little bit. That we saw some flow in a couple of weeks back.
I mean, everybody holding the bag on this fucking Peloton. No question. No question about it. Extra. Read all about it.
Some repeat buying in the little shipper, NAT, N-A-T. These are short-term NAT calls, Jan calls in NAT.
The Nat that could. AMD fresh highs. Fresh highs are by the penny here. Is anybody long this Peloton? Fuck. I'm waiting for a dip here that ain't coming. It ain't coming, shun. It fucking hit 690.
What's that recent? Oh, it busted over that high, huh?
Busted.
Yep.
Busted it.
Bus a bus.
And ahead of this latest swath of data here, we are looking at
We have a swath of data coming.
About 4.5
Swath.
basis points, still up slightly, right around where we were heading into the jobs report. 4.04%, the 2-year at 4.42%, the Dow up 18, the S&P up 11, the Nasdaq up 34, the Russell is lower.
Ozempic
The dollar index is
not linked
changed on
to
the
suicidal
all the
thoughts.
gains.
It's only when you're off that you put the weight back on. You get those suicidal thoughts. Oh, shit. Crazy shit. Zim keeps going, huh? Every single day, Alexa. I'm going to hit you up for a loan. Hey, ya. Very nice move. Peloton, you got these little tiny sweeps going on, but they're so small, though. All right, so we got a couple minutes for a swath of economic data. Flow-wise, nothing really too crazy. NAT repeat buying, a little tanker. Short dated Jan calls we've been seeing mostly further out buying in the name. Prior to that, Levi jeans, you got some bull flow there. LEVI.
Levi jeans. Silver's just asking, am I taking Ozempic? I am not taking Ozempic right now, bro.
He's just selling it on the street. So
I'm just
triple.
Plus 2.4% after a negative rating in the prior month. Ex-transportation seen minus 0.1%. The November final durable goods orders seen at 5.4%, which would be in line with the prelim. Let's get Canada IV purchasing matter index for December. No estimate there. Prior was 54.7.
this apple is getting wasted here. So
Yeah. Wow. Interesting. God, there's no dip buyers in this thing yet. Don't get me wrong. I like to see it, but I like to see it in all these big stocks. I think the CBOE is having some data issues here.
Tobias is saying, don't
1 minute
stop.
here, some economic data. Hold onto your hat.
I think Shop is right up there with all the other, high flyer names that got bid. It's just nothing burger. Bud
Shop with a nice sweep a couple days ago, buying the dip. With time though, September.
Budweiser.
Lucci's already losing it. He needs the beach quick.
Program up.
The 52.5 expected. Prices paid at 57.4, 1/10 higher than expected. Employment at 43.3 versus 51 expectation. Factory orders at 2.6% is 2/10 higher than expected. Ex-transport at 0.1% is 2/10 higher than expected. Durables in line at 5.4%. Ex-transportation at 0.4%, 1/10 lower than expected. Capital goods orders non-defense in line with preliminary at 0.8%. Capital goods shipments by 0.2% and is 1/10 lower than the prelim. IV at 56.3, it's up from 54.7 prior. When the factory orders back month revised up 2/10 to minus 3.4%. Ex-transportation in the back month revised down 1/10 to minus 1.3%.
John Smith.
The orders
Atta
price
boy.
52.8 was below 56.1 expectation. Again, prices stayed a little bit higher than expected. Employment sharply lower in the ISM. Definitely coming in below expectation.
Well, that gave a fresh round of buyers back here. Peloton now is just kind of consolidating. And
everybody's pushing a little bit higher again after this data.
Buy program off the data.
Yep. At AMD, it did ended up working. 210 on the bid for those. Peloton here just got a dip buy. Options
Look at the
here.
dollar. The dollar just took a piss. That's
The
what the buy
dollar just took a piss. Yep.
Get your program, eh?
Get your programs here.
All right, you got Tesla bet for next week, 242.5.
The White House budget director commenting that he's not optimistic about a government shutdown deal.
That's impressive. You had to wait for the news to come out. That AMD paid, man. Damn. Nice rally. John Smith, nice job, buddy. Walmart.
Getting a little nibbling for next week.
Okay, Apple here starting to play here. It's fucked up. You have to wait till this fucking news came out, man. That kind of pisses me off. It paid though on the AMD.
Yeah, the AMD. You got a little March activity, AMD. I don't know if that rolls. But yeah, the economic data was a kick in the ass there.
A Eager is talking about great day on the BAC. BAC, man, 34.44. Natalia, take a look at this. Should have fucking went long. Wow. JPM right back to highs. Citigroup right back to highs. Like nothing happened. Like nothing happened. AMD, you got your pullback there. Maybe you go for another round on this. I'm gonna let you guys have at it though. Peloton here at the high. One IV exactly. That's how I'm looking at it at this point. Peloton here back to the highs. 43 cents from about 35 on the dip buy there, so that worked out. These, if it blows through $7, look out, man. Look out. Apple to me is a laggard. Hasn't really, and remember, this is one of the weakest names here.
Peloton, a little more there. That's for next week, PTON.
Which one are they going for?
They're all cheapies. Everything is cheap in that name. But here are the active lines. You got some activity there. Same day Expo, 6.5 sevens, and next week sevens.
McAllister.
Snap. We've been seeing a little Snap action this week. A little more coming in Snap. These are same day.
Nice job, Delgado. Nice job, John Smith. Nice job, all you guys here that were going after the longs here. They paid out nicely. Nice job, guys.
Unbelievable. So let's see if the VIX, all products, all in end of dollar at the lows, still haven't bottomed.
And then if you look at, This was kind of what we were talking about yesterday, but then that was after they kind of continued pushing us lower. Apple here, you're still back in the ballpark here on this Apple, which I still think you can get up to 183, but might just take some time. Monster move on that BAC, man. This looks like a trend higher, even after you get a washout day like that. Look at this fucking Goldman Sachs now. It's making the move that I thought I was going to make yesterday. So if you look at these 390 calls on Goldman Sachs, you're getting them for fucking cheap, man. There goes your 470 break. Oh boy. Oh boy.
Peloton 7.5s for today.
7.5. Where's Peloton? It broke $7, folks. It broke $7. Oh boy. Oh boy.
All right, looks like the programs got quiet here. It was like an 8-minute string of programs.
JPM City Press.
And Peloton got a little hot there. CVS caught a nice size order. I'm waiting to try to confirm it's a buyer or if more action comes in. Feb 82.5s that I posted a bit earlier. Charlie Victor Sam. Looks bought. IV went down off the order though, so I'm a bit unsure.
AMD back at highs. XOM now finally doing its thing. Oil here even coming, going through with it.
ASO. Let's show some action in this guy.
No importa ahora, Natalia. Now it's obvious. So what I'm going to do is just blow out, sell a bunch of puts, and then call it a day. That AMD kept going. Just good trade. Peloton, you got a dip buy here on the Peloton. I mean, remember, nobody is coming to buy this thing. Apple here is the laggard. And if you get another move up on Apple, they'll take everything else up. Just check out this AMD.
Your picture. It's on CNBC currently.
Fresh eyes on the AMD.
I think in the White House National
BAC.
Economic Advisor Brainerd speaking on CNBC.
718. All right. Does look like we kind of slowed down a little bit here.
Yeah, the programs died down.
All right.
Some more buying in that Zim tacking on into the highs, up over another buck today. Keeps going.
Zimma. Wow. Look at this thing.
Zimma. Who got the keys to my Bima? Come on. Shop. A little bit in shop. Where is it? Shop. 70. Oh, these are in the money for today. Garbage.
For saying that supply chain pressures have dropped to pre-pandemic levels.
Nice
AMD
balance.
is the one. Where did that Boeing end up going? Boeing didn't do anything. That AMD though, I mean that was a double. I had all day to pick that shit up too. Kind of pissed about it. Almost 140 here on this thing. Where's Nvidia? Not much. It's mostly the AMD here. Yeah, your shop ran another point and change. That shop did good. Melly here looks fucking strong. AMD's still going. Doesn't even matter. Let's take a look at that Peloton 710.
Repeat bet in that BBWI short-term bet, Jans. And very similar to yesterday. There's some flow, but it's just flow. Nothing. No real focus on sector, factor. Looks like they were just playing off the VIX and dollar weakness and just, buying shit to play the bounce.
You know.
Nordstrom.
The 4730 calls have now considerably come back. They went to about $5 and came all the way back. There's your Peloton dump. There's your Peloton dump.
is missed. The
If you want the options, there's your chance now.
The 2-year also giving back the gains we saw from the stronger than expected December employment report. Stocks remain in positive territory across the board.
There's your dump.
The dollar index is now down 1/3% after being up more than 0.5% after the jobs report data was released.
You got some spec action coming into Nordstrom JWN, excuse me, into strength Jan 18 and 18 and a halves.
All right. I think I'm going to roll to the fucking beach here.
Do it, Mr. Lucci.
You could
What
go
do you
for a
do
bounce
again?
play. Beach tennis. Beach tennis.
What's the story with this Nordstrom? This thing was supposed to go private, get bought out. There was activists. Wasn't there a whole bunch of shit going on? This thing can't get out of its own way. That's one fucking agonizing chart over the past couple of years.
XOM back in highs. CVX is not doing anything, so fuck those things. Meta here holding. Bank of America here, you got a small pullback. Banks here look fine. That Peloton gave you a dip there.
U.S. inflation thus far.
AMD also gave you another dip.
Some trade news: U.S. issuing final anti-dumping duty determinations for tin mill products from multiple trading partners, including China. From Nextracker, NXT has begun a conference this morning saying they expect 10 to 15% growth in fiscal 24. Remember, actually, take it.
Now you got the early morning excitement kind of settled in. And we see some of the truer buyers and sellers out there.
John Smith saying Apple will probably explode to the upside. I still think Apple has a move, man. I do think so too. I've been waiting on that thing. Nvidia to me is a little bit. I don't know, man. The more I look at all this stuff, the more bullish it fucking looks, man. I mean, if we're begging to find sellers, even after huge moves, if we're out here begging for these sellers to come in here, what does that mean, man? What the fuck does that mean? Even this Tesla back over to 242. I don't know. That Micron to me still is fucking nice long. Bank of America. These banks, man. These fucking banks.
The banks. You.
I don't think you're gonna rip a sick day trade now. After that program, that was your time. Now you gotta wait. But I like this to keep going up for now, at least.
I got some unusual May call buying in YOU.
Don Singing is talking about 240s. I like that. Bruce here is talking about his Tesla. He loves talking about his Tesla. Loves talking
That's what I
about his
mean.
Tesla.
These big names, again, you never know the timing of it, but they're gonna go dead, and it's not gonna be big money made. You're gonna have to be really nimble in these things. Because everybody and their mother's eyeballs are on it. Right? That's all people talk about.
Eyeballs. Get your
That's all they're asking
eyeballs.
about. Tesla's going to do this. Apple's going to do this. Nvidia's going to do this. Tesla's going to do this. Apple's going to do this. All they're probably going to do is screw the hell out of you guys in both directions. Hood.
Nice rally. What?
Bitcoin play. Hood small. That's Newmont Mining, a March bet gold miner. CAN July calls. Yeah, I remember. I think this is a bit. Oh no, is it? I don't know. I think it's a Bitcoin play.
Ask Christy Trades talking about the LLY 615.
You got JetBlue seeing some bull flow today. JBLU. MPW, some puts. I think that's weak MPW. Let's see.
MTW.
MP as in piss.
SMCI, second day of a mid-morning push to green. Check out the NVIDIA now. Nice. 490. You might get these sort of late day moves here. Wow, that MPW got smoked. What is this thing?
Yeah.
Medical properties.
They got headaches. There's like quite a few short blogs on their ass. It's been a slow train wreck for like 2 years now. MPW.
Treasury Secretary Yellen saying pessimism about the economy has been proven unwarranted in TV rounds here in the U.S. on CNN.
She makes me laugh. Yeah, she's trying to hook up Biden though, Yellen. She's on the payroll. Economic weakness is unwarranted. Meanwhile, the Fed they're pricing in rate cuts for March already. But yeah, no, the economy is gangbusters.
All right, guys, we're gonna move over to the steam room here. As you can see here, SPY looks like it's a little ran out of gas here a little bit. Let's see what we have for the rest of the day. Hope you guys caught the morning. We got a bunch of guys here caught some longs here off the open. A shout out to John Smith here. Nice to have in your day. Royal Mac is saying back to having 10 random positions. These aren't random. They're all SPX, bro. Anyways, fuck you.
Happy New Year.
We'll see what the afternoon brings. Have a great weekend, everybody. I am going to the fucking racetrack, baby.
Nice.
Put $1,000 on my favorite horse over there.
14%.
Hell yeah.